Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel here. Today we're doing a recap on today's trades. And I'm going to be honest here, I'm absolutely frustrated, disappointed at myself. It was another serious, nasty red day, and we're going to review it. And I'm fed up with myself at this point right here. Today was a horrible day, so let's just dive right into it. I'm going to try to keep it short today, just because I'm pissed about everything that unfolded, and I'm pissed that I couldn't keep a hold on my emotions, and I let my emotions run wild today, and it caused me to dig another stupid fat hole in my trading account. So here we go. Let's look at it. First off, show you where I'm at here. I'm down $4,976. So I'm just shaking my head in regards to what I did. It's just one of those things, like, you've got to be able to tell yourself to walk away, and sometimes it's so hard to do. So today was definitely a bad day, and let's dive right into it. Okay, starting off, today towards the morning started off really slow. I got a few trades on ZCMD. Let's look at that real quick. ZCMD. Now this thing was awesome right out of the gates. I decided to go for it, jump in right out of the gates, and it worked out for me. And I rode the momentum up. Had a nice 200 bucks on that. A couple trades on it, but anyways, yeah, I got up to 200 bucks, and then from there, things went south all day long. So I was up 200 bucks, and I was just sitting at that point. I was like, man, the market, after that move, I didn't see anything that was fading, and things just seemed to be stale. I'm like, I might just have to walk away. And to let you guys know, I had a horrible day yesterday. Let's look at the calendar real quick. My March has started off awesome, and now today and yesterday are these two fat, nasty red days that I can't get out of my mind now. Yesterday was horrible, okay? I was down 5,800. Today, 49. And because of yesterday, I told myself a couple of things. I need to chill out. I need to not trade so aggressively. I need to just focus on the good setups, yada, yada, yada. And, I couldn't do that. I did earlier in the day, and I was really hesitant to go after my 200 and just go, I should just walk away, call it a day, go do some other stuff, be productive, and, end the day there. It's not up a whole lot, but it's positive, it's green, 200 bucks, something for the day. And instead, I had to keep trading to try to, thinking about my big loss yesterday and thinking back, I need to earn some money to, get back to where I was and to shave off some of yesterday's loss. And when you get in that mindset of like, you have to do this, you have to earn back, it gets into revenge trading. And I'm gonna be honest, guys, I was an absolute shit trader today. Every trade I took was just sloppy, big sized, and it was stupid. And I'm a horrible trader as of today because of it. I just fell for every emotion, I threw discipline right out the window, and I went crazy. Being up 200, and I just started to fizzle. Everything was fine until TKAT came along, and this is another one that I'm shooting myself in the foot on this one. It's like, look at this thing. I should be up today, big. This thing went up to 277% today, gaining. I had every opportunity in the world to trade this well, and all my trades on it were just absolutely shitty. And this is where I made my first mistake. This is where the mental mind shift happened. Okay, I'm up $200 on the day. TKAT comes along, and I see it, right? As it's just working its way up. And I see it, and I'm hesitant. I see it that it's in the hole. I'm like, okay, let's wait for it to open up, see how it goes. It might fade. If it goes up, we'll just watch it. So we watched it, and obviously it cranked up here, went into another hole, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, if it opens up and I can get in on a dip, I'll go with that and then just stall on the next rip higher. And so I did that. I hopped in, and right there, it just flushed on its second candle. And I go, are you kidding me? And I'm sitting there watching. So I was down, I think, 400 on that trade right there. So I just cut the loss. And I go from being up to $200 on the day to negative 200. Okay. So that's where everything shifts for me. So I'm like, are you kidding me? Well, I gotta at least get back to neutral. Like, gotta be kidding me here. So anyways, that turns into the nastiest downside roller coaster for me. And I just start hopping in different areas, just trying to scalp trade it and hop in somewhere. And all my winners were so tiny. Anytime it would go up, I would sell. And I barely made anything off of it. And then my losers, I would hold for just a second. I wasn't going to get into the bad, habit of holding them all the way through. But this thing, I was watching on the side. I was just thinking, is this where it fades the rest of the day? It ripped up, and then could it be the possibility that this thing just fades down? I don't want to get stuck in that because I've dealt with that yesterday on MDLY. Granted, this is a better stock, but I didn't want to get into that habit, so I decided just cut my losses. So I did. Then I missed this next big push up. And I said, don't chase it. Don't chase it. And eventually, consolidating sideways. And, it had this nice curl up here, and it was just repetitive little steps up that I thought it would just flush hard at some point. And I don't know. Mentally speaking, I guess I'm all over the board now with my emotions on my strategy. And what was working for me isn't working anymore. And there's just a lot of things, I'm thinking about, and I'm trying to avoid all the traps of chasing and holding, losers. And it was honestly just hard to watch this thing go up because I just kept telling myself, don't chase it. And eventually it's, it will reverse. And the thing was pretty impressive, man. It just kept going and going. But there were just there were tricky areas for me, and I'm not going to go over every single trade. There was way too many of them, but TKAT was the main one I traded a bunch on, and I just went crazy with it. And I got to a point. Look at this trend here, Okay, so I did go down to 200 at one point. Then I worked my way back to plus 100, plus 126. Great there. And then, you know what? MFH. I wonder if any of you guys traded this. So as I'm watching TKAT unfold, I'm just thinking, okay, this thing's got some momentum. It's just a little tricky for me. So MFH popped up on my list, and I see this thing. Of course, it ripped up, went into a halt. So I'm like, okay. And as I decided to go into a trade, it had already opened up and was pushing higher. And I saw a nice, red stick on it. And I was thinking, let me hop in on this dip here, ride this next thing, because this might be sympathy momentum to TKAT. And this thing just did not follow through at all. And it just flushed. And whereas TKAT continued to go on that ride higher, MFH was just, oh man, it was just like another stupid stock I hopped into. And what I thought was going to, it was going to be, you know, some similar momentum to TKAT didn't happen, and it just flushed. And so I'm sitting here with a massive loser. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to hold this thing. I've just got to get rid of it. And so I did. And that put me down, being up $100. Now I'm down 785. And so that just adds on to this flush down for me. And I'm just thinking, I've got to get out of this. And so I made a few more trades on TKAT and got, you know, plus 200 on it, which was good. And then I made another big nasty trade with TKAT, and it puts me down 1,000. So here I am. It's like all of today was 1 step forward, 3 steps back. And I did that all day long. You know, I got to, yeah, what I thought was going to be my high of negative, or my lowest of negative 4,400. And I worked up from there, had a couple nice trades, kept working up in the right direction, got up to negative 3,292. And then, lo and behold, I took my last trade and it puts me down my max on the day, negative 4,976. So I'm pissed at myself. With TKAT, I literally, at one point, I just go, screw it, like, I'm down this much. I'm going to fight it. I'm going to do big share size. I'm just going to take my constant hits at it. And I did have, you know, I was able to shave $1,000 off of that loss, but, you know, you can only do that so long. At some point, it's going to come back and bite you. And it did for me. And you know what? I did make one last more trade on IMTE. This is actually one of the ones that put me down where I was at. So this thing, God, this thing was kind of holding up well. You know, it hit a high, had a big downturn here, but then went sideways for a while, and then it started, you know, pushing up and pushing up. I'm thinking, wow, if this pushes beyond 915, we might have a play here. So, you know, I was looking at it at 9. I'm thinking I might want to hop in here. So I hopped in right as it pushed it, and it went up so quick. I think I got in at like 920. There was a few scalp trades I had on this one, but then there was one I had one more buy, like 1,000 shares of it, and then from there it flushed down, and I go, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So that put me down. That was more than 1,000 actually. So anyways, yeah, more than 1,000. So way more than 1,000. So once again, being honest with you guys, I broke every rule in my rule book. I didn't keep my emotions in check. I threw discipline out the window. I was pissed that, you know, I was up 200 on the day and then just started fizzling out and just kept telling myself, it was the worst thing. I have a hard time walking away, and this is a bad trait for a lot of you people out there. Is that it's hard to find a place to walk away. Now, I can do that when I'm green, but when I'm red, it's on my red days. I have a really hard time on my red days walking away. It's really bad revenge trading, and it just, I mean, it's not good stuff to be doing. So look at this. I'm setting up $2,000 on the month now. Not where I want to be. Today, I mean, I had $1,000 on Monday, which was decent. Negative basically 6,000 on yesterday, and negative 5,000 today. So I'm sitting down negative 9,000 on the week here. And let's just say I decided not to trade the last 2 days. I'll take away those days. I'd be up 12,000 right now. I'd be in a good position. But instead I had to screw everything up, and yeah, so I think I'm just gonna stop rambling here, guys. I mean, you see what happened here. TKAT was I mean, it was awesome for the day. It was awesome to see something move 277%. And I had a lot of opportunities to do decent on it. And I couldn't do that. So I'm pissed and very frustrated. So I'm leaving it there. I mean, we'll see what tomorrow brings. I'm telling myself right now to start practicing my rules, but I might have to pull out the sticky pad here and make some hard rules. You know, even when you make rules, they're hard to stick to be honest. But sometimes it's good to write your new rule down or something you don't want to break. Put it down, stick it on your monitor. It does help me sometimes. Not always, but it does help sometimes, so I might as well try it. That's where I'm gonna leave it, guys. So pissed. Hope you had an awesome day. I hope you made shit tons of money today. And I hope you killed it on TKAT. But I sure didn't. So that's where I'm sitting. And we'll see you tomorrow.